I believe many of our enterprise clients have been reading the reports released by MIT about the AI projects. Out of the so many AI projects, 95% failed and only 5% were successful. So from your point of view, what key factors separate the failed one and the successful ones?
So I think we have to go back to what is your underlying rationale before you start to approach or open your organization to AI solution. This is one of the things that we always hear is that organizations that are looking at cost savings. This is often the first thing that clients look at, or is the easiest objective for them to frame around this the AI solution. I would say that actually that is a baseline expectation for AI solution. It should not be considered a success metric. So it's just a very basic requirement. And then if let's say you are just using AI to create cost savings only, I would say that's a very defensive position for any organization. Definitely this is an area that we can achieve, but I think we should let's look a bit bigger than just saving on the cost. To me, I feel that the deployments that always succeed is actually the ones that actually move beyond just looking at a very myopic cost reduction, focus on business impact, revenue uplift, higher conversion, or even faster onboarding of the customer is translating into a shorter time that it takes you to monetize on your clients or to see value from your clients. If let's say for onboarding process, let's say it's a customer registration or onboarding onto your platform, if you can use AI to cut the onboarding time in half, the compounding impact of this streamlined onboarding process in half the time or fraction of the time, actually is a much more meaningful success metric than looking at just operational savings. So I think that is one thing that I would also want to bring up, because I think if the longer that you drag when it comes to customer onboarding, actually there's a certain implicit opportunity cost that you are actually paying. It's just that it's not so in your face. So this is one angle that I'm looking at this AI solution. Achieving all these things actually require a very clear alignment when it comes to the success metric between the client and also the AI vendor like ourselves. The clients that do best are usually those that are actually willing to have this kind of open, transparent conversations about what exactly are they looking for deep down. Is it growth, efficiency, or when the goals are actually very clear, we can better align as a true AI partner with our client rather than just being a vendor or a spot solution provider. I think the first thing is really to have that kind of a transparent dialogue before we start off doing anything for the client. The second one is that as we are deploying the solution, it's not enough to just deploy something and then that's it, and then the client start using. But the thing is that we always try to having that kind of a continuous and also a data-driven iteration of the solution. We try to break down the funnel. When it comes to rolling out this solution to real customer, we're always monitoring the performance in terms of the data. So all the way from connected core, and then how engaged the customer is with the bot, right? How many dialogue rounds the customer is engaging with the bot, the call duration, the interested rate, the level of interest. Is it a high interest, medium interest, low interest? So for all these things, actually, we are always looking at the conversational data of the campaign funnel. And then we will see whether there are any segments in the funnel that we can remove or to reduce the drop-off and to recalibrate again our strategy. So this is always something that we do continuously, every week, every other week, every month, every quarter, even for our most established use cases. This is what we do. And then we see that actually this helps to build a very resilient and also a very robust AI model for our bot. And then also the client gets the best business outcome out of that. I also understand where some clients may be coming from, but I think that some clients maybe they may not have considered AI could be having so far-reaching in terms of the application. When they first approach us, maybe they are looking for just a spot solution. That means they have identified certain aspects or certain very small parts in their business that they feel that AI can come in to bring value. This is what I call spot solution. So it's just a point of their customer journey, right? That they thought that maybe AI can just come in for that part. But the thing is that I feel that customers should start to consider things from a broader perspective, for successful end-to-end transformation of their customer journey, not just plugging in AI like a puzzle piece in just one very specific area, but really looking at the end-to-end customer journey, how do we embed AI throughout the whole journey itself. We can use our key product, which is the voice AI, but definitely there are also other components that we can plug in. For example, omni-channel, the social messaging, even a performance management tool, quality assurance tool, mapping out the end-to-end business flow, and then talking with us. look at how we can actually transform the whole AI journey itself.
Yeah. So the key actually is in having a partner to work hand in hand with you, identify your pain points, understand your objectives, and then continuously improve or iterate the solutions so that you can cover the whole business, not only a tiny portion of it.